Name's Ed. And listen, I'm not the kinda guy to make up wild stories or any of that crap. But what I'm about to tell you, I swear on my life, it happened. If someone else told me this, I'd call bullshit. But it happened. To me. No joke. I worked nights at Logic Supply warehouse out by the edge of town. It's the usual gig, 10 p.m. to about 1, sometimes later. Not glamorous, but I don't mind. No people, no noise, just scan and stack and move on. Been doing it for 3 years now. So yeah, this was November. Cold as hell, but no snow. Somewhere between Thursday and Friday, can't remember the date exactly. I clocked out around 1:20 a.m., said later to Gene the night guard, old dude, always chewing on something, and stepped out. The walk home's about 1.5 miles. Through the industrial area, past a couple garages, then it's neighborhoods. Quiet streets, no traffic. It's a dead town at night. Usually peaceful. Not that night. First thing I noticed, air felt wrong. Still, dead still. Like right before a thunderstorm, but there weren't any clouds, no wind, no static. Just stillness and silence. Like real silence, no cars, no bugs, even my footsteps felt muted. Like the world was holding its breath. I figured maybe I was tired. 12-hour shift messes with your head sometimes. But then I hit the bus stop on Elm Street. There's always a poster board there, pizza ads, missing cats, that kind of thing. That night? My face. My goddamn photo, from work, my ID badge, full color, clean. Up there like I was on a milk carton. It said. Missing. Morris Edward. 26 years old, last seen at 1:20 a.m., on his way home from work. I just stood there staring. Like, my brain couldn't process it. My heart was pounding so loud I could hear it. I stepped closer, looked at the picture, it was exact. Same jacket, same pose, I was even holding my badge the same way in real life. I reached for my phone. Dead, even though it had 40% earlier that night. And then I heard this sound, a faint click. Then another, like a light switch, but slower. Mechanical, I looked up, one of the street lamps was blinking. Not randomly, though, it was flashing in a pattern. Like a damn metronome. Each flash came with this soft scraping noise, like metal on metal. Something in my gut said, run. So I did. And this is where it got worse. You ever run through a place you know by heart, and it suddenly doesn't feel right? That's what happened. The shops looked different. One gas station that had been closed since summer had lights on. A bench that had been broken for months was whole again. The signs on storefronts looked like they were from the 90s. I started panicking, my legs felt like jelly, but I kept running. Past the mechanics, down to the apartment blocks. I was on autopilot, and everything around me felt just slightly off. Like someone rebuilt my neighborhood from memory and got the details wrong. When I finally got to my building, I looked up, and that's when I lost it. In my window, 3rd floor, the light was on. And someone was standing there. Me. Wearing the same jacket, holding the same badge. Just staring, no expression. Then he raised his hand, slowly. And pointed straight down, at me. My whole body locked up. I turned away, shut my eyes. Just said out loud, nope, nope, hell no, wake up, Ed. This ain't real. When I opened my eyes again, it was morning. Dawn light, birds chirping, I was on a park bench. Some old guy walking his dog passed by and said, "You alright, man?" I didn't answer. Just looked at my watch, 6:03 a.m. I'd lost 5 hours, but in my head. It felt like 5 minutes, maybe less. I made it home, my apartment door, wide open. I never leave it that way, everything looked normal inside, but the hallway mirror had a crack through it. In the bathroom, the mirror was fogged up, like someone had just taken a hot shower. And written in the steam was, "You didn't come back alone." I quit the night shift after that. Moved to a different part of town, tossed that phone too. Because when I finally charged it, there were 5 missed calls. All from my number, at 3:17, 3:19, 4:02, 5:50. And the last one, at 6:01 a.m., 1 minute before I woke up. No voicemails, no texts, just silence. And here's the thing, I'm not saying I believe in ghosts or time warps or whatever. I don't know what the hell that was. But I know I was somewhere that night. Somewhere else, and I know that something, or someone, came back with me. Sometimes when I pass a shop window or bathroom mirror, I catch a reflection that doesn't quite sync up with mine. Sometimes it just waits. And I don't know how long I've got before we switch places.